Hello there, welcome to the weekend edition of News Tonight on GHOne TV. I am Araba Edu. Coming up tonight, political parties intensify campaigns with just exactly 7 days to the December 7 elections. We shall touch base with some of our colleagues in the regions for how the last-minute campaign is shaping up.
Therefore be abolished.
We would rationalize taxes, abolishing among others the obnoxious e-levy.
Person of the Electoral Commission, GHOne Mensah, assures Ghanaians and particularly people in Boko that the special voting exercise will take place in Boko.
We held discussions about the concerns of our staff and the voters at the various centers in the Boko area.
Still on the elections, Director of Operations at the Army Headquarters, Colonel Jedu Emmanuel, assures Ghanaians of limited military's involvement in the December 7 elections.
The military is not going to take part directly in this election. We are going to be on standby.
And in business, Melcom Limited receives International Financial Corporation Edge Advanced Green Building Certification for 2 of its major retail centers. We have details of these and other stories. Please stay. And it is exactly 7 days to the December polls, and we are your election hub. Of course, we begin with elections. Now, in 7 days, Ghanaians will go to the polls to elect a new president and members of parliament, and the various political parties are intensifying their campaigns ahead of the deadline for campaigning scheduled for 5th December. Though there are 12 presidential contenders for this election, just 2, that's the governing NPP and the opposition NDC, seem to be racing to the finish line. Now, the candidates of the 2 parties have been on the campaign trail, making promises to the electorate in their bid to secure victory on December 7. But as we inch closer to that day, what have these 2 been saying toward the electorate? Let's take a listen.
I am like a driver's mate, but by the grace of God, if you make me the president, I will be in the driver's seat.
This is not just a promise, it's a commitment. I will reset the economy and Ghana will be open for business for 24 hours a day.
An efficient system of governance will require even fewer ministers. I would have, therefore, no more than 50 ministers and deputy ministers.
We'll reduce significantly the size of government. In a crisis situation like this, it is my belief that this country can be governed efficiently with 60 ministers and deputy ministers.
Under my administration, there will be no taxes on digital payments. The e-levy will therefore be abolished.
We would rationalize taxes, abolishing, among others, the obnoxious e-levy.
Many economic problems can be solved with digitalization, but many people didn't quite understand it. They thought I was abandoning economics to go and do digitalization.
We are committed to supporting digital startups and incubation hubs and training 1 million young Ghanaians in coding.
Shisha Bank, Minerals Development Bank, Urban Mamulos, Water, equipment, proper mining.
We are going to introduce what we call cooperative mining. And so all the young people who are interested in mining will register cooperatives. We will get a concession for you and we will divide it amongst the cooperatives so that all of you can do your mining and earn something for yourself.
We're Johnny Osro. We're Johnny to Sam Kukon Kitty. We're Johnny.
I'm person Mushem Kukubia. Yababuamo. Yababuano Sidino. Na Kukubono Yadia Mao. Na Yamao Sika. Now they are told Kokobano.
Yamiando, it is possible.
Interesting promises there, but let's now go to the Ashanti region where the two lead parties are aiming to maximize votes ahead of December 7. Justice Isaac GHOne is our man on the ground and he joins us for a conversation. Hello, Isaac.
Hello, Arba.
All right, first of all, I want to hear from you. How are the two parties working to get votes in the Ashanti region?
Yes, Araba, as you know, Ashanti region currently is the battlegrounds for this election. And so the political parties, I mean the NDC and the MPP are leaving no stone unturned in the region. They are busy campaigning day and night. The wife came to also campaign in the region. But apart from that, Dr. Matthew Puku has also been campaigning in the Ashanti region. As we speak now, it's in the Ashanti region campaigning. Former President John Dramani Mahama also arrived today to begin 5-day campaign tour in the Ashanti region. And he started his campaign, additional leaders, and he highlighting his manifesto and his policies to them. Quite apart from that, tomorrow morning, he expected to lead work from Asawasi constituency to, Clamas to wait rally at the Kumasi Jubilee Park. Ashanti has been busy so far as this year's election is concerned, and its campaign has seriously been intensified. They are busy campaigning left and right, and it's leaving in their region. Now, if you look at the dynamics in the Ashanti region as we speak now, it appears that Ashanti is the battlegrounds, and the MPP is most likely to lose some 3 constituencies in the Ashanti region. So I will start from the which is the Hafuano Southwest constituency. That constituency appears to be a swing constituency, but from how things are going now, the NDC is most likely to snatch the seat from the MPP simply because in the last in 2012, Kwasi Adusei became the parliamentary candidate for the constituency on the ticket of the NDC. Then in 2016, the MPP, he has a northern background. I mean, then the MPP also fielded a candidate who also has a northern background. So the northern votes, which constitute the satellite communities, were divided. And so the MPP, with the support of the Ashanti communities, typical Ashanti communities, won the parliamentary seat. This time around, the MPP northern candidate lost the party primaries. And so the NADMO coordinator in the person of Nana Prempe has become the MPP parliamentary candidate there. The settler communities do not see him as one of their own. And so Adusei is seriously gaining grounds there, and he is most likely to win the parliamentary seat. If you go to Offenso North constituency, that is Akoma Dine constituency, in every elections, the NDC do well in presidential, but in parliamentary, they do not do well. Sometimes they come close with 300 difference. Then the MPP will win that seat. They were winning the seat because they had colleagues in team who also had a northern background. Particularly, he even speak the Basari language, and so the settler community see him as one of their own. So in that constituency, the NDC people, they vote skirt and blouse. They vote for their brother, then they vote for John Dramani Mahama. In this election, there's another candidate who is not a member of the northern community, and so that is also playing a very serious role in favor of the NDC in this particular election. The northerners there and the settler on their own, that is the NDC. What it means is that the NDC is likely to snatch that particular seat. So that is how the situation has been in the Ashanti region so far as this particular election.
Thank you very much, Isaac, for that update there. Of course, the NPP, we know, is targeting 85% in the Ashanti region, but we will see exactly today what is going to happen there. But let's move to the Western region, where we have our man, Kobina Amwa, on the ground to also tell us on what is happening there. Hello, Kobina, if you can hear me. Now, your region is the stronghold of the NPP, that we know, but do you see the party maintaining it this year, and how are the various parliamentary candidates also holding up?
Okay, so I guess, like you said, the Western region has been a stronghold of the NPP, especially in the Takoradi metropolis, which has the likes of the Takoradi constituency, the Sekondi constituency, also the Kwesimentim constituency. You have the Ipia constituency, the Skadu-Kateng constituency. Specifically, these constituencies have been strongholds of the NPP. And in all years, we've seen the people voting for the NPP. However, this time, it seems from the conversations people are having, from the intel on the ground, it seems that in the metropolitan constituencies, there may be a swing in the candidature or in the parties that may win the December 7 elections. Now, take the Takoradi constituency, for example, which is the constituency of Honorable Kwabena Chidakumensa, a Western Regional Minister. He has stood for since 2012 and has been in the position. And at this point, he is going to the polls with a competitor from the NDC, who is lawyer FFA. In actual sense, people have belittled the NDC parliamentary candidate as not being a strong force enough to uproot the gains that Kwabena Chidakumensa has made in the Takoradi constituency, although there are a constituency that, even though he has done his bit as the parliamentary candidate, some projects like the PTC interchange, the Takoradi Market Circle, are dragging his supporters. However, there are major reconstructions undergoing in the constituency, which is giving the constituency a facelift. But people say that they want to change. However, the NDC candidate is not a strong force enough to turn the tide. However, last Monday, when the NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama was in the constituency, he climaxed his day one campaign in the Western region at the Takoradi constituency. And at this particular campaign ground, it was surprised the numbers that had pulled up in support of lawyer FFA, and these were it was much of a youthful population, and so we were surprised if it's like it's being said, he isn't that much of a candidate to beat the incumbent Honorable Kwabena Chidakumensa. So you go to Kwesimentim also, you have the Deputy Works and Housing Minister who is willing to go for a second term. However, in that constituency, has three sort of a norm that every parliamentary candidate, which has been from the NPP, goes for one term, and now he is also battling with an NDC parliamentary candidate who is in the person of lawyer Philip P. Backman. And also that point in that constituency, many are touting the NPP incumbents to retain the seat. You go to the Ipia constituency, this time it's new kings who are trying to get the crown. You have the Kubu Majid, who is from the NDC, and also lawyer Yao Kwama, who is coming from the NPP. He defeated the incumbent MP Joseph Kujo in their primaries. And now you have two new novices vying for the seat. Both are doing their campaigns intensely well, that it's not much of a close call. Now you go to a constituency like also Sekedi. You have the Minister for Tourism, Art and Culture, Honorable Andrew Tapamesa, but he has faced some stiff opposition from the NDC parliamentary candidate, Nyamike Ama, who has been on his tail since he won the primaries for the NDC and has also campaigning actually done very well. And again, you go to the Stadium constituency, that constituency, you have Nubes and NUP and also Madam Professor Grace Aishida, who stood the last time the 2020 competitive race as he faced Joe Gatti, who is the incumbent. Now, from the NPP now, you have you have Charles Onyewo-Ntubisi, who is competing here. Now, in the 2020 elections, Professor Grace Aishida proposed some huge numbers that nearly shook the efforts of the incumbent Joe Gatti. However, at the end of the elections, Joe Gatti was able to sail through. And so at this point, people are touting Professor Grace Aishida to win the constituency seat. However, Charles Onyewo-Ntubisi is also making some inroads. Aside the metropolis that has majorly and predominantly been an MPP area, other constituencies such as Wasa East has maintained as an NDC area, who has the incumbent Isaac Ejimisa, who is former deputy minister former deputy minister under the Eswa Mahama government. He is also contending again with a new from the NPP. And also you go to the areas like Elembele Jomoro, which are now Elembele Jomoro and Jomoro Chura. They are now all
thank you very much, Joseph Kobina Amwa, for that in-depth update from the Western region there. But let's still stay on election, as former President John Dramani Mahama says most of the key developmental projects in the Ejura Seshe-Dumasi district were initiated under the leadership of the National Democratic Congress, that is the NDC. Now, speaking at a campaign rally in Ejura in the Ashanti region on the first day of his campaign tour of the region, John Dramani Mahama emphasized that the NDC's administration was responsible for driving significant infrastructure and development projects in the area, contrasting it with the current government's track record in the region. Now, the NDC flag bearer urged voters to recognize the NDC's contributions and vote for the party for further progress in the upcoming elections.
Wuhu adie bia eyefe aye japadie ema ijurafo nyina NDC abreso ene bae ezu na yenuanom MPP de ne omo ye ne se omo mfa empuntu mu omo mfa hwe hu ne omo ye ne se omo disika de ehye omo mpaase omo disika ne hye omo mpaase na se abato obre ebeso a na o mako yi sika ne kakra enye ni nyina ne abeche 500,000 amai se omo de toy adwen se ebeto aba ama omo na ne America ne se afi abato a ye betui sa de na ye omo ye no enye adwuma ebi se Ghana for ye ni ebie address Seshe-Dumasi for ye ni ebie enti se omo de sika no ba ade bi omo de bebe bia eyemobre eyemofifre e no omo de abremo enti sika bia omo de bebe bia mesremo monje na mundi enso montuntia omo.
Now, chairman of the National Democratic Congress in the Botiano English Yamafro constituency, Bright Achu Mojako, has issued a stern warning to electoral officials to be transparent in the December polls. Speaking during a street campaign and rally in the constituency, Bright Achu Mojako called on constituents to reject the NPP in the constituency and vote massively for the NDC parliamentary candidate. That's in the person passing of Felix Ni Akwete Oakley in the area, and also vote for the flag bearer of the party, John Dramani Mahama.
Members of the National Democratic Congress in the Botiano English Amanfrom constituency took to the streets in their thousands to campaign, stirring up excitement and anticipation for victory come December 7. Addressing party sympathizers, parliamentary candidate of the opposition NDC in the constituency, Felix Ni Akwete Oakley, promised to build a modern fish market to boost trade in the constituency.
The NDC brought pipe-borne water to the constituency. The next NDC government will build a fish market for the people of Botiano and Kokrobite.
Chairman of the party in the constituency, during an interview with the news team, issued a stern warning to electoral officials to be transparent, calling for free and fair elections in the upcoming polls.
Anybody who refused to post the result by law on December 7th and you have been employed in Botiano English Amanfrom, know that you will not be allowed to take a step out of the polling station as an EC officer. And I've told my community people, my agent, they will hold you and you will comply.
He further called on constituents to vote massively for flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama.
There is no infrastructure that has not been touched by John Mahama. So for John Mahama, and even this road, from Old Barrier to Kokrobite, from Kokrobite to Tuba, from Tuba to Nyanyano. Every entire road you see in this constituency was single-handedly done by the National Democratic Congress, led by John Dramani Mahama.
In 2016, the NDC lost the Botiano English Amanfo seats to the MPP till date, but the NDC in the constituency have vowed to recapture the seats.
Now, still on the upcoming elections, Director of Operations at the Army Headquarters, Colonel Jedu Emmanuel, has assured Ghanaians that the military's involvement in the December 7 elections will be limited and strictly regulated. He emphasized that soldiers cannot be deployed to election centers with weapons without prior approval and adherence to established protocols.
Addressing a joint security walk for peaceful election in Koforidua on Saturday, Colonel Jedu Emmanuel, Director of Operations at the Army Headquarters, explained that the military will not directly handle election duties but will support civilian security agencies if necessary. He clarified that the police service is the primary election security force, with the military stepping in only as a last resort under strict protocols. He outlined the procedures for military intervention.
The military is not going to take part directly in this election. We are going to be on standby. Concentrically, the security services under the Ministry of Interior are the people you are going to see close to the ballot box. Should there be any confusion, the first line of response to that is the Ghana Police Service.
Eastern Regional Police Commander DCOP Chumesi Ankra, who is head of Election Security Task Force in the region, assured a well-coordinated security for peaceful atmosphere during and after elections.
Today, the message we send to the general public is that we stand for peace, and so we want them also to stand for peace. That on the D-Day, we want to ensure that the peace that we have enjoyed all these years, all the elections that we have had, we are going for the 9th election in the country, and we have been peaceful. So this 9th one, we are going to work to ensure Ghanaians that the elections are going to be what? Peaceful.
Eastern Regional Commanding Officer DCHOne Faisal Disu admonished the security personnel to follow standard operating procedures for the election to swiftly call for reinforcement when the need arises.
Maintain the peace. There is an SOP. If it gets overwhelming, you know the numbers to call to ask for assistance. Please don't go and play God there. Don't go and play God. You are just human.
Eastern Regional Minister Seth Achampong urged stakeholders to desist from mischief during the election, citing recent misinformation about broken seal on a bag containing electoral materials.
The people thought that they had been tampered with, but by the kind mercies of our good Lord, it was realized that nobody had done anything untoward. And I was happy that our regional commander for Eastern Region Police Command called and confirmed, like he said, he is the chairperson for the Regional Election Security Task Force. So when the matter broke, it was right before him. And lo and behold, we got the best of news. All parties understood, and it gave me the confidence that our work that we started 2 months ago is yielding fruits.
Let's now move to the camp of the Electoral Commission, as the electoral body, that's the chairperson of the electoral body, Madam GHOne Mensam, has assured Ghanaians and particularly people in Boko that the special voting exercise will take place in the area. This comes on the back of concerns raised by flag bearer of the All People's Congress, Hassan Ayariga, during the signing of the Presidential Peace Pact over the state of security in Boko. But responding to the concerns, Madam GHOne Mensam disclosed that the Electoral Commission is confident elections will take place in Boko.
The last few weeks we've had discussions with the security agencies about Boko. Just last week we had over a strong team of various security agencies, I believe from the Election Security Task Force, representing all the agencies on the task force. And we held discussions about the concerns of our staff and the voters at the various centers in the Boku area. I'm pleased to assure you or inform you that we received assurance from the security agencies that they were well prepared and that they were confident that the elections in Boko will go on peacefully. In that respect, the special voting will take place in Boko come Monday, the 2nd of December, 2024.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for the Kintampo North constituency, Joseph Kwame Nkrumah, has declared confidence ahead of the December 7 elections, stating he has no competitor in the race. Speaking during a peace walk in Kadelso, the MP criticized his opponent's track record while urging constituents to support the NDC for developmental and economic recovery.
The 24-hour economy walk in the Kintampo North constituency made its way through the town of Kadelso, drawing large crowds of enthusiastic residents. Speaking to supporters, the incumbent MP and NDC parliamentary candidate, Joseph Kwame Nkrumah, expressed confidence in winning the upcoming December elections.
There have been frequent accidents along this route. So if an ambulance of this sort and the Kintampo one should break down, then a whole assembly headed by a parliamentary candidate of MPP to wait for the MP to use his 5% or mere common fund to fix these ambulances, this one and the municipal one. Is it not a shame? 15,000 for this, 25,000 for the other ambulance. And today, that's the candidate saying he has competition with Jakala. No, I have no competitor.
NDC Ward Chairman Alhaji Abdul Mumin Koyoko emphasized the strategic importance of the Kadelso electoral area, citing its population size as a potential decider for the constituency elections. Women's leader Achulo Kande highlighted the business's economic hardship and urged fellow women to vote for the NDC to bring economic relief. A Kadelso Yusuf Nima resident lamented the high fuel cost, which has made even basic necessities like kerosene unaffordable. The NDC in Kintampo North is rallying its supporters in key areas like Kadelso to ensure a decisive victory as the December 7 elections draw closer.
And that is the end of Election Hub on EIB Network.
Introducing GHOne Non-Stop Protection. 70
From that breeder, I am Araba Edu. Now, hawkers have been warned against turning the newly inaugurated Obechebi-Lamte interchange into a space for selling their wares. This warning follows an incident where some hawkers started selling under the Flower Pot interchange a few days after it was inaugurated by President Nadu Dankwa Akufo-Addo. There's more in this report.
Within the traditional area.
The second phase of the Obechebi-Lamte interchange was started in November 2020, just after the inauguration of the first phase of the three-tier project. The $135 million project is meant to ease traffic on the Accra to Kaswa as well as the Abusiokai to Ring Road Central highways upon completion. After 4 years of delay amidst inconveniences to road users as well as spare parts dealers on that stretch, President Akufo-Addo inaugurated the second phase to allow for usage of the second flyover linking the Ring Road Central to Abosiokai. Addressing a gathering during the inauguration ceremony, the president indicated his government's commitment to improving critical infrastructure in the country, such as roads.
This remarkable project is further evidence of the Akufo-Addo government's strong commitment to transformative development. Development that enhances mobility, drives economic growth, and improves the quality of life for all Ghanaians. At the inception of this project, my vision was clear: to confront the persistent traffic congestion that has long impeded movement and economic activity in this crucial area of Accra.
The Greater Accra Regional Minister, Titus Glover, who was unhappy with recent developments after the inauguration of the Flower Pot flyover, where hawkers started selling, cautioned against similar actions.
I want to humbly appeal to the two chief executives for Abekuma Central, Honorable Marama Kale Amui and Honorable Elizabeth Nakwa-Chota Yuasaki. Last week, Tuesday, during the commissioning of the flower pots, I did say, and I want to repeat myself, that we don't want any containers, we don't want any kiosks, we don't want any mechanics around the shoulders of this interchange.
On his part, the Roads and Highways Minister, Francis Assenso-Boakye, said the government is committed to completing all phases of the project to ease traffic flow in the enclave.
This project is a testament to the government's continuous commitment to improving urban mobility and transforming the lives of Ghanaians through efficient and sustainable road infrastructure. This congestion, compounded by the high-speed approach of vehicles from the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, has created significant challenges for commuters and businesses alike.
Some spare parts dealers who spoke to GHOne TV on the sidelines of the inauguration expressed mixed feelings about the impact of the project.
When they started the construction, this place became very bad. Business was not going on, and the road, even the road that is leaking inside the market, has been closed. The road is not completed. So when they commission it, the business is going to be worse than how it was, because cars will be parking on the road. If cars start to park on the road, what is the essence of commissioning it? Why is the government having finished?
These boys are those parking cars there for them to get some small money. But how's at now? I can't say they'll park car again. You understand me? Even for the authorities won't allow that. You understand me? But we are now, the space is ours. We are just here. You understand me? Because of that, you know, when car comes, we fix this class and go. You understand me? But for the other side there, we have no authority over them.
Let's now look at what is happening in the world of business. The business tonight, Melcom Limited, a leading retail chain, has received the International Financial Corporation Edge Advanced Green Building certification for 2 of its major retail centers located on the Boundary Road, East Legon, Spintex, and its warehouse in Tema. The Edge certification is a green building certification system focused on making buildings more resource efficient, reducing carbon footprint, and promoting sustainability.
Pain for adhering to Sustainable Development Goal 13 in tackling climate change has become increasingly urgent as the world faces devastating impacts. The EDGE certification An innovation by IFC enables property developers to build and brand green in a fast, easy, and affordable way.
EDGE building certification is a global standard from which IFC provides for private companies around the world, over 100 countries around the world, that reduces energy consumption, reduces water consumption, and through increased use of sustainable building materials, all in the goal of reducing demands on the environment, energy, water, resources, and improving our ability to adapt and sustainably for climate change.
Group General Manager Francis Sam emphasized that as a responsible business enterprise, prioritizing the community and the environment ultimately serves the business better.
I think our presence here and your presence to broadcast this event will encourage others who didn't know about EDGE certification and efficient buildings to look at this going forward and have more sustainable approach to design and operations of their units. So your presence here will help that. We look forward to doing more in this space, and hopefully you'll be around to capture the many different projects that we embark on. This is a small step in that direction to minimize our carbon footprint and our emissions. And that's why it's important for us to all embark on such initiatives.
Melcom has indicated its intention to extend its climate sustainability drive to all 62 retail outlets across the country as it strives to contribute meaningfully to reducing carbon footprint.
Now, customers flocked to Campo Ghana retail outlets to take advantage of discounted items, expressing joy over the reduced prices on offer. Black Friday, an annual event ahead of the Yuletide season, aims to pamper customers with reduced prices, enabling them to make savings for other expenses.
Black Friday, typically observed on the last Friday of November each year, marks the beginning of Christmas shopping. Campo Ghana ensured that its cherished customers had the best experience of the season. Chief Executive Officer of EIB Network, Nathan Kwabena Anochi Adisi, popularly known as Bolare, who came through for shopping, expressed surprise at the overwhelming discounts on items.
But I think amazing discounts, yeah. I mean, some up to 90%. I can't believe it. And I think that they've done great. So big thumbs up to Campo Ghana. I believe that's why you see a lot of people rushing in. Indeed, it's a Black Friday, something for everyone, and I'm amazed about it. I'm trying to get a phone as well. So,
another prominent media personality who took advantage of the reduced sales was Ohiniyiri Gifty Auntie. She attested to the quality of products on sale, indicating their durability and value for money.
It's a trusted brand. It's a trusted shop to shop from, and I love the fact that they have the warranties, and they actually take their time to take you through the processes for you to understand what you can do. I mean, some of the things when you go and there's a problem with it, they're actually not going to repair. They are going to, give you a new one.
Rita Ekwenyako is the marketing manager and highlights the rationale behind the Black Friday promo.
For Campo Ghana, this year was quite a different one, very special, and then it came bigger than all the ones we've done in the past. Because this year we gave up to 90% discounts. Like, people didn't believe as of yesterday when we started talking about it and announcing it, but today I can see the excitement on customers' faces and all that. Now,
the news team caught up with some other customers who suggested that Black Friday should occur more than once in a year.
There's a slash difference of 3,000 plus. Yeah, I was able to save in my pocket.
It's like mega, honestly speaking, because I'm saving about 2,250 cedis on just this fridge.
I picked a phone. Yes, and we enjoyed the discount off the phone.
And that's the end of the business segment. But coming up next is sports with GHOne Ichompong.
Hello there and welcome to the sports segment here on News Tonight. My name is GHOne Ichompong. We'll start first with the round of 64 matches of the MTN FA Cup designed to pitch season Premier League giants against lower tier clubs have been honored at the various league centres. Among standard fixtures for this round, record winners Accra Hearts of Oak facing a potential banana peel in Immigration FC, and the most talked about fixture is the clash between high-flying Bibiani Gold Stars and defending Premier League champions FC Stamatics. While at the Tuba AstroTurf, Dreams FC will host the in-form Lion-Hearted Lads from Pando Hearts of Lion. So those are the fixtures there. Games have already been played today. I will bring you all the results in our subsequent bulletins. So Asante Kotoko also will be pitching strength tomorrow in their fixture against Future Stars, whilst the Choir Heroes also will lock horns with Park Academy. And also we're going to be seeing in that fixture, Hearts of Oak tomorrow will be coming up against Immigration FC there. All right, still on the MTN FA Cup, Dreams FC coach Abdul Karim Zito is confident of holding off in-form Pando Hearts of Lions in their fixture at home.
Work hard on our defense and then make sure we won't lose the chances we've been having. We'll make sure every chance that will come our way, we'll make sure we score. After making sure of the defense, we'll also have to make sure we take our chances when the chances come. They still have to be patient. Dreams will be okay. Sure. I assure them that as for relegation, inshallah, we are not going. I will be in a respectable position before the end of the league.
All right, let's do the EPL games that were played. Yesterday was a game played. Southampton played Brighton Hove and Albion in that game, and they shared the scores 1-1. But games that were played today, it was Brentford who won at home 4-1 over Leicester City. Crystal Palace shared the scores 1-1 in that game with Newcastle. Nottingham Forest, they won at home also against Ipswich. It was 1-0. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, unfortunately at home, they lost by 2-4 to Bournemouth. All right, so these are the fixtures for tomorrow. Games coming up. Chelsea will be locking horns against Aston Villa, while Manchester United squared off with Everton, and Tottenham Hotspur will be at home. They face Fulham FC in that fixture. And obviously the big and the top lineup for the weekend is tomorrow. Liverpool face Manchester City in their fixture. All right, so talking about the top lineup tomorrow, obviously Ange Slot will be leading the charges at Anfield. They come up against Manchester City. Free fall for them, not too good coming into this game, having lost 4 games with a draw. Let's check out the preview ahead of tomorrow's encounter.
Liverpool versus Manchester. Been our biggest rival, incredible battles. We win, we lose.
It has sometimes been beautiful to behold. Now the blue boys are jumping up and down. It has sometimes been chaos.
Pep and Manchester City are getting the full treatment here on Merseyside.
It has never been anything short of compelling.
My biggest rival, personally, I would miss him.
The fact that he's got another manager to fight with in Arne Slot.
Welcome to Anfield, Liverpool against Manchester City.
There's a reason why the last years Liverpool and Man City always were there.
That's interesting for us as managers, facing one of the best managers football has ever had.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes up with another brilliant idea. So I think he was the one who started playing the inverted winger, fullback. Then he was the one that started to play the centre back as a number 6. So I don't think it's a surprise for anyone if he again comes up with something no one has ever thought about before to make his team even stronger. And that's probably one of the reasons why he inspired so many managers around the world with all these. When he came up with it, we all thought it was crazy. Then he did it, and then we all thought, okay, let's try to do the same because it's a brilliant idea. Let's wait and see, because many things have been done in football now. But yeah, he is. If there's anyone in this managerial world that can come up with something new, it's definitely him.
That's it for sports. Up next is GHOne.
Now on entertainment tonight, talented emerging fashion designers gained significant recognition as they showcased their fashion artistry to a global audience at the Global Fashion Week event in Accra, organized by the Australian High Commission and Global Ovations. The event featured young designers competing with their signature designs, leaving patrons stunned and fascinated.
Launched their careers in the industry, captivating audiences with their designs. From traditional prints to modern silhouettes, the runway was abuzz with creativity and flair. The designers have outdone themselves, showcasing the rich cultural heritage of Africa through their designs. The second secretary of the Australian High Commission, Emilia Edwards, emphasized the significance of the Ghana-Australia partnership, highlighting its benefits.
I am excited that tonight you'll see some examples of Ghana's rich history of textiles combined with Australian fashion. It's truly something special to see our countries come together despite the distance between our borders. Secondly, I hope you've had a chance to see the works of a Ghanaian Australian, GHOne, whose photography provides a powerful lens into identity, culture, and the beauty of our shared stories.
The news team caught up with some of the designers who shared their thoughts on their experience.
My designs, the inspiration is the chessboard. The chessboard, the black and the white, so the monochrome, the whole black and white idea. I just like the concept and the shapes.
Very amazing. This is my first time showcasing my designs, so I'm so happy. It's all about creativity, the passion I have in me. So whenever I sit, like, I have some inspiration that comes to mind, then I give in to whatever comes to.
So I got my inspiration from football, because my brother is a footballer and I'm really very close to him. So I had to do something which kind of like links to him because I'm so attached to him. So that.
Well, on that note, we end the weekend edition of News Tonight with me, Araba Edu. For more news, log on to starfm.com.gh. Have a good evening.